Join us today on the Water Table. This episode is filmed live from Farmfest in Morgan, Minnesota. I hope you enjoy the great guests. This is the Water Table.
A chance to hear the agricultural side of these issues.
Place for people to go find information and education.
Water management is just going to become even more critical into the future.
How misunderstood what we do is.
I would encourage people to open their minds and listen to this dialogue.
Welcome to the Water Table Podcast. I'm Justin Sander, sales rep with Prinsco, and I'm here with Andy Stevens from Vernon Center. Andy, you want to give us a minute and introduce yourself?
I'm Andy Stevens from Vernon Center. Stevens Bobcat and Backhoe is our company name. We do excavation and install drain tile along with farm.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So did farming start first for you, or was it drain tile? What led you to one business versus the other?
Farming started first. Dad was always in excavation growing up, minor excavation, but we've always crop farmed. And then we were looking at, ways to improve farming, and I was looking, at drain tile to increase yields and increase profitability on the farm. And when we started running the numbers and putting, dollars and cents, we thought, well, if we're going to get into it, we had a set of neighbors that had a commercial plow and were looking for a partner, and so we partnered with them.
Sure. Yep. Oh, makes sense. Common story.
Yep.
I think a lot of contractors start from the farming background.
Yep.
So what's something that in your business that you're excited about? Any major changes or anything coming up that really has you excited about farming or installing drain tile?
Well, on the drain tile side, I guess, what is new?
Yeah.
There's always new stuff.
Water still runs downhill.
It does. GPSs allow us to plow backwards, increase efficiency, plowing both ways, doubling, tripling our efficiency on most days for stuff like that. I guess the big thing is yield monitors telling us where we need to put more tile.
Sure.
That's the number one thing that, and then as we tighten them up, we can push yields.
Yeah, tighten the spacings up. And we can increase and push yields, and the performance that's shown and proven time and time again through yield monitors that, tiling pays. Yeah. Well, you must have clearly seen it on your land, and must be exciting to have your customers now be able to see that improved yield as well. So.
Yep.
Good. What do you think over the next few years? What's the outlook of business look like there?
I think it's going to be very busy. Guys are more and more every day getting into, increasing and pushing pipe, and they're seeing the benefits on their land.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be busy. Great outlook for the next few years. I think we've learned a lot of things over the past few years, and changes are now becoming economical for the farmer. Even if they had their farm tiled at 80 or 100 foot, they're seeing the economics to go to bigger mains,
Sure.
pattern design, layout designs on farms. The changes, yes, it costs money, but they can see the economics and the benefits in starting over and, setting up a system to current efficiencies.
Yep. Oh, that's good. That's exactly what we're seeing. Is there anything? So, being a farmer first and then tiling, what is that the most rewarding part? Is being able to improve your land, or what's the most rewarding part for you as a farmer with the capability to install your own drain tile?
A couple different things. I guess the most rewarding part is driving down the road after rain and being able to look across the field that you pattern tiled, and being able to see, no water sitting on it, or see that the farmer's in it 2-3 days and the farmer next door, has got ponded water or something still on his. That part. The most rewarding though is in the fall of the year when you're harvesting and you're seeing, the yield and the benefits of, when you have a wet spring or a wet period and then you think you're heart and yield. Well, these pattern tiled farms, you're in there a day or two sooner, and just consistency in yields as you're combining those farms.
Sure. Yeah, that's the big thing that I hear from a lot of people. It's the consistency.
The consistency.
There's been a big shift from spot tiling farms, just tiling the lows, to try to get the farm somewhat manageable to
coming in and gridding the whole farm out and just making it
consistent.
Exactly.
Consistent from one end of the field to the other.
Yep. So do you see a lot of the benefit from getting in sooner?
That's
pattern farms.
That's huge because everybody's usually got that spot on their farm that this couple acres is a low pocket that retains water or it's wetter. So then you're waiting on 80 or 100 acres to plant because you got 5 acres that's not quite ready yet. Well, you drag your feet for a day or two, before those spots get ready, and then when the time comes, you're a day or two later on planting, and that can be the difference. And catch a rain at the wrong time and you're out of the field for 2 weeks. So being able to make that farm consistent and is just a huge factor, I think.
What do you want the public to know about drain tile? Any misconceptions you think that are out there or that's in your territory or in your area that you might want to clear up? Or
well, there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to drain tiling as far as what we're doing and how nutrients are flowing through our systems and getting into lakes and rivers, and not that it's not happening at some level, but I don't think that the public is they look at tiling and they say you're polluting our river. Well, they're not taking in the fact that a lot of times our water has to filtrate through 3 to 4 feet of soil. Those nutrients are getting caught by other soil particles in there. It's not like we're just dumping straight nitrogen or phosphorus right down the river. But added levels, is, we are adding to it. And I think that there's certain steps, too, that we can make as far as some of the conservation practices on outlets, on, drainage ditches and stuff like that we can help pull some of them nutrients back on the landscape. And I think that's the big spot where people need to start focusing the attention instead of just pointing fingers at us to say, hey, how can we work together to help, put two together? Because we need to keep producing to feed the world. That's what it comes down to. And land comes out of production every day, and we're not going to get any more of it. There's more people every day, so we need to keep our efficiency on the production side. And the big thing that will help that is tile.
Good. So the reason I asked you that question is because you have the farming background. Because as you farm and as you install drain tile, you can kind of tie those pieces together and see how one impacts the other, and it's the big picture process behind it. So Andy, anything at Farmfest you're excited to see, or do you attend a lot of these shows? Is there something you're looking for?
Don't attend a lot of them. It's always interesting to see what's new and coming to the marketplace. What new technologies are out there and where farming's going to be in 4 to 5 years, down the road. These shows give you a lot of insight to that.
Sure. Yeah, it really is changing fast. It's an ever evolving industry.
Well, thanks for listening to this episode. I have so much fun recording these. I hope you have as much fun listening as I do recording. These episodes are available on all major podcast platforms as well as YouTube. So find them and download them when you can. Thanks for joining us.